Hey, everybody, it's your boy Tasso the Greek. It's September 7th, 2023, and you are watching The People's Conspiracy. I am here in Brooklyn, New York City. You are out there somewhere in the universe. Time and space mean nothing when we're talking about conspiracy theories because anything is possible. What's happening today? Well, Tucker Carlson, I think last night had some dude named David Sinclair, I think, on his show, and they talked about Obama being gay and having gay experiences back in the day. And that's not really what I want to talk about because I really don't care if Barack Hussein Obama is gay or not. That's something actually we all should have known. I think we all have these possible ideas that he might be. He might have experimented in college. Clearly, he experimented with drugs. People know about that. He even spoke about that. I'm going to have a bunch of interesting things that I'm going to talk about here real fast, if I can. Try to do this really fast. But the title of my video here today is Obama, Bush, the presidents, all of them penetrated? Well, maybe they are. So maybe they were all part of some weird ritual. Now, Obama's thing is different, but maybe they're all part of some weird ritual because don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all these people, all these presidents, they're related if you didn't know this. All the presidents are related in some way. They're all related. So you can look at that. Maybe one day I'll talk about that here. But what is also going down is that they all tend to be part of these weird fraternities and these weird groups that like to do this weird esoteric shit. They like to try to weed out weakness by putting people through all these different strange rituals and tests. And one of them that a lot of people think, that Skull and Bones, the Harvard fraternity Skull and Bones, they do a bunch of real odd stuff. You can call it gay. I guess we can call it just sex magic. Again, I don't know, man. I'm not some weird Babylonian. I do have a general idea that these people are all fucking sick. Perhaps they use this stuff to blackmail each other, but I'm getting way beyond what I wanted to talk about today. But I'm going to hit you with something with a real quick screen share. I hope you people can handle this. I believe this is David Pakman talking to some dude, a black gentleman that has done some research, some of his own research, good on him, into Obama's past. So let me do this share screen here. Hopefully I will not F this up. I continue to F this up somehow. Let's see. Yeah, I'm fucking this up again this time. Why? Let's stop. Let's cancel that. And let's do another screen share. And then I'm going to go, okay, baby. And then I'm going to go to here. And why can't I see my screen? Why can't I see the Safari? I just had it on there 5 seconds ago. Right. There we go, baby. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. I've got it done. Maybe I'll try to edit that out later. Oh, you're seeing the wrong thing there. But now I'm going to go to my Safari page and let's see what this gentleman says. This gentleman says George Bush was penetrated by 100 men. What?
That both George W. Bush and his father had anal sex with 100 men.
What?
How do you know that?
Because they are part of the well-known fraternal group out of Yale University known as Skull and Bones. And it's public knowledge that the Skull and Bones organization, in order to be initiated, first of all, you had to lie in a casket, urinate on you, and then...
It's quite possible now that I am breaking these huge stories on the People's Conspiracy, there are alphabet boys out there trying to get me. So I've got a couple of dogs here. I got a Puggle and I got a little Laser from Azerbaijan, 2 really, really good security dogs. What's up, baby? And they're going to keep an eye out for me. Let's keep diving into this whole Obama sucked a lot of cocks
process. You understand, as a circular, if you will, masturbation squad.
What?
To be a part of Skull and Bones. And then you also had to be penetrated by the elder persons in Skull and Bones. Everybody knows this as public knowledge. And George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr. are bona fide members of Skull.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not only George Bush Jr., who, even if he wasn't part of Skull and Bones, probably would have gotten into a little bit of gay fun, a little bit of sodomy, and that's cool. But George Bush Sr., a real serious dude, you know, who was head of the CIA when a certain famous three-letter president got whacked in Dallas. George Bush Sr., who I believe was you know, just a terrible human being all around. Forget it. I'm not going to sit here. You know, I'm not a historian or anything like that. I'm just a freaking conspiracy dude. We can get into George Bush Sr. some other time.
That means they have been penetrated. At least 100 men in
100
this area.
And how do you know that it's 100? Might it have been 95?
Yeah, it could have been less, but generally that's the number that kind of gets the attention of everybody.
And if it could have been fewer, it could have been none also, right?
No, it could not have been none. It could not have been none, no. And because Skull and Bones will not accept you without that practice.
That's right. So unless you break, you know, it's like, it's a ritual. It's like summoning the devil, right? So you have like the pentagram. Well, here you have the butthole. And so George Bush's butthole is the gateway to hell. And then you get some old Skull and Bones dude with his old nasty cock, his old nasty wiener. And I guess they're going to say a bunch of weird stuff in Aramaic or fucking whatever. And then this old dude or a bunch of them are going to encircle George. And they encircled George Bush Jr. Let's imagine this. And using their magical wieners, they penetrated the pentagram that was probably drawn on George Bush Jr.'s butthole, summoning demons. Or at the very least, they probably filmed this and now they had it in order to blackmail George Bush Jr. Most likely they did that to blackmail George Bush Sr. And George Bush Jr. probably had his butthole busted out way before he ended up in Skull and Bones.
Yes, but that's what they do. That's what these fraternities do. Some do even worse than that. But yes, George Bush has been penetrated by other men and also been doused in semen of other men.
What?
In a casket, other men have masturbated in his face.
Sounds like quite an evening. Hey.
Yeah, it sounds like a typical Friday night for me. But for George Bush Jr., it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience as he laid down in a coffin while 100 dudes jerked off all over him. And that's not even a bad thing for George Bush Jr. It's all those weirdos that go to Harvard and join fraternities. Like, why do you have to do this? Like, what the hell is it about the gay sex thing? I mean, you guys are all so fucking homophobic, but really you're not. You're all just basically hiding something. But why all these white kids? I guess black kids probably do it too. Anyway, let's move on. So that's pretty huge that George Bush and probably any president that was part of one of these fraternities like Skull and Bones and Dagger and Cloak or whatever this garbage is, they're all a bunch of like immature little boys who want to, you know. Meanwhile, I'm cleaning the lint off of my microphone. Keep that. This is what Jordan Peterson says, you know, wash your room and clean your dick. So I'm just cleaning my microphone, getting all the cat hairs off the microphone there. Let's move on. So Tucker Carlson had a really interesting interview with some dude. Let's see if I got that here. Let's hit it. So it's Kyle Kulinski talking about Tucker. Whatever, man. I'll use anybody. I'll use everybody's content.
Just a guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're looking to party.
Yeah, pulled up
Party,
in the bar
baby.
outside, and there's this guy.
You listen, I'm gonna go get my soda.
I had given Barack $250 to pay.
What?
I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort, and next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
I am not sure what is gayer. Tasso the Greek drinking a pink juice, whatever. I'll get good at this. I'll get better at it. And eating a sausage. Or this guy talking about Obama fucking and sucking for some coke.
You think you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice. You had no idea who he was.
Why is Kyle Kulinski laughing? Why does he not take this seriously? Our former president, who like droned innocent people, could very likely have been an ex-cokehead, an ex-druggie, and again, nobody really cares if Obama was gay. Now, all these people say, "Oh, I don't care if Obama is gay." Everyone cares. No one cares if Obama is gay, but they're going to watch, you know, The Housewives of Atlanta or some shit and flip out over that stuff. But the actual United States president being gay, we don't give a fuck about that. That's a bunch of bullshit, and you all know it. Let's continue.
had no idea who he was.
He was asking the obvious question: what was Obama like on crack? Is it your sense that that's
What was he like on crack? Did he say what was he like on crack? Clearly, look, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm clearly a stupid ex-pet store employee pothead. I don't know what the hard-hitting questions are. Tucker knows. What is he like smoking crack? That is a hell of a question.
Is bisexual or like what is that?
It definitely wasn't Barack's first time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
The guy's running for president, and credible information comes out that he's smoking crack and having sex with dudes. That seems like a story.
Well, it would be a story if the media really cared about telling people the truth.
Now, I will be very interested to.
Yes, Kyle. I don't care. There you go. I don't really need to hear what anyone else has to say about that, except for that David Sinclair is kind of, I think, again, his name is David Sinclair. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong, but that man is known to have, man, this was hilarious. Let's watch this again.
Said that both George W. Bush and his father had anal sex with 100 men.
Now that's funny. That is funny. That Tucker Carlson stuff, that's actually kind of serious shit, man. You know, we should kind of take that Tucker Carlson interview with Mrs. Sinclair slightly seriously, because there's a lot of questions about Obama's past that were not answered. Again, Obama just kind of popped out of nowhere. He lied about his name. I'm not a truther or any of that stuff, but he definitely, his name is not Barack Hussein Obama, right? It's Barry Soetoro or some shit like that. So something definitely up about Obama, where he came from, and if he was, and I believe he was part of a fraternity, you know, Obama definitely was handpicked, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of a big deal. It's also possible we've also had our first transsexual first lady, and that would be pretty cool if Michelle was formerly a man. I have no problem with that. The thing is that we should know about that before somebody becomes president. I mean, we've all seen those things online with Michelle kind of having a dong there, right? You see like the looks like she's got something under her clothes. We see the bulge. We see the outline of a bulge in her pantsuit, Michelle Obama. People call her Pipel. Big Mike was her name. I don't really want to get into Obama's past too much because I can go and find tons of shit. Pictures of him smoking, pictures of Big Mike. Again, I'm not saying Michelle is Big Mike. And there's a bunch of stuff out there that about Hunter Biden and the Obama family that I want to live, at least for the few years I have left. I don't want to get whacked like some of the people in Obama's circle. So let's keep it at that. Hey, dog, well, who is it? Is it one of the alphabet agencies coming to get me? Come here, dog. Now. Maybe that's what Sinclair said to Obama. He's like, come here. Come here, let me smoke some of that crack. And then he starts rubbing his leg. That is creepy, man. But, you know, actually, that's cool, man. You know, if that's what, I mean, I never hit on anybody like that. Do some coke and then start rubbing somebody's leg.
of the well-known fraternal group out of Yale University known as Skull and Bones.
Skull
And it's
and Bones.
public knowledge
When this gentleman said that, he kind of sounded like Jesse Jackson. Skull and Bones. It was awesome.
that the Skull and Bones organization, in order to be initiated, first of all, you had to lie in a casket and let men urinate on you. And then a part of the process, you had to stand in a
Okay, so I don't really have a problem with being peed on, meaning like of all the fraternity pranks and I'm actually no, let's rephrase. That's fucking disgusting. And unless you were giving me like $5 grand or 10 grand in cash, I wouldn't let a bunch of dudes pee on me. But you have to understand, folks, to be in that club is to have life at your fingertips. You could have anything you want at any time. So if you have that opportunity, right, why would you not let 100 dudes urinate on you while you're lying in a coffin? Why not? Because, you know, a few years down the line, George Bush Jr. Was the president of the United States. He's mega rich and he can basically do whatever he wants. And 30 years or whatever, 20 years after his presidency, and we know what he did to the people of Iraq, and we start our questioning everything that went down during Bush's tenure and during his vice president, Dick Cheney's tenure, and what they did to the people of the Middle East, and just how dirty their entire business dealing, just the kind of people they are. And currently our mainstream media and everyone who's bought and sold pretends that George Bush is a great guy, and he's clearly is basically a war criminal. Not basically a war criminal, he is a war criminal.
if you will, masturbate
What?
squad to be a part of Skull and Bones. And then you also have to be penetrated by the
Even the dogs, like, what? And she starts howling, hey, go outside. You want me to let you outside? Ladies and gentlemen, even my dog can't handle this shit. So I'm going to turn this off. I hope you guys can deal with the fact that this was one of the worst episodes of the People's Conspiracy of all time. I'm going to turn that off. Thanks a lot for watching. And maybe if I keep doing this over and over, I'll get better at it. End of the recording. What happened?